I took a few classes when I was doing my program in Symbolic Systems at Stanford on machine learning and artificial intelligence, and those were some of the coolest applications and classes that I got to take. And then I was fortunate to start out at a small startup doing image search and building a visual similarity driven search engine. And I got to work on more of the image recognition and understanding problems, and then just sort of kept going from there. So that feature looks at a high-level representation of an image that is taken from one of our deep networks. So we take the vector representation that is learned at a very deep layer, and then we simplify that a little bit, do principal component analysis on it, and that way we have a representation for all of our photos. And we then do something similar to nearest neighbor search on them, except it's using locally optimized product quantization. And you can read more about this on the Flickr blog and the Yahoo Research blog. What that lets us do is very quickly search in that space of high-level representations. So we end up finding images that both look very visually similar on a pixel-to-pixel basis, and also because they're using that high-level representation from a network that's trained to recognize particular classes of images, we get semantically similar images. So dogs playing in the park to dogs playing in the park, particular kinds of flowers, etc. So one of the things that I worked on at Flickr was integrating our neural net predictions into search. And what that's let us do is have the object recognition component as one of the features that contributes to the overall ranking of results. So for public-facing results, this lets us improve relevance and quality. Sometimes if you search for something like cat, you might get results just based on text where there's not actually a cat, for example, in the photo. It just happens to be something the person's talking about in the description. With the neural network label of that image, we have a higher confidence that there's actually a cat in the photo, and we can show that photo higher in the results because we have both the text signal and the semantic image label. Separately, for private photo search, it's really helpful in being able to index your huge camera roll because some people, like myself, have thousands of photos that they've taken, but then they don't go through and actually manually say, this is me at the beach watching the sunset, and having neural net labels on those lets you search for your photos very easily, and you can recover images from years ago that you've never even looked at just by typing them into Flickr search, which is really cool. So there's a lot going on in this space right now. I'm very interested in applications to sustainability, both in terms of energy usage, climate change solutions, so anything that can help us understand how to prepare better for potential climate catastrophe, and also healthcare, definitely in the space of understanding how genes predict various outcomes and what kind of therapies would be more helpful. And of course, the conversational applications are cool. I think as machines are better able to approximate human language, that is a very exciting space.